Hi, I am Akshith Pothuganti, student number 251348333. My project is a cloud-based library management system built with Django and deployed on AWS EC2. In this video, I will walk you through the live application, the full CRUD operations, the CI/CD pipeline with Flake Bandit security tools, and the key security findings and fixes. So here, libraries need a reliable digital system to track books, manage borrowing, and monitor stock. I built a web application that handles all this, adding, editing, deleting, and I applied a DevOps approach so every code pushes automatically checked for quantity and security before it reaches production. So here backend Backend is Django and Python 3.12. Data is stored in SQLite using Django built-in ORM. These are two models, book and borrow. The book is stores the title, author, and quantity. The borrow model links a user to a book with a quantity borrowed, a date, and a return flag. Here, a simple GitHub Actions pipeline runs automatically on every push to the main branch. The CI stage runs Flake8 and Cloud style and quantity checks, Bandit for security vulnerability scanning, and a Django system checks to verify production readiness. So here, let me go to my dashboard. So this is the dashboard of my library management application. So you can see the full list of books and their titles and authors available copies. You can see from here I can add a new book, edit an existing one and delete a record. Let me walk through each of these operations one by one. So first I will add a book. So here we can see that author, title and quantity. So if I leave a field empty or enter a invalid quantity, it will reject a submission. Let's see. So we have to add title like DevOps. So like author XYZ. Let's say quantity is 100. Save book. So the book has been added and it is redirected back to the main list where I can see clean code now appears with 100 copies. So now we can edit a book like edit. I will edit from quantity 100 to 50 to stock delivery. This record is updated. You can see the quantity of the clean code. Now it is 50 copies. Then put logic goes through the same Django model form validation before saving the database. So delete a book. Before deleting, the application shows the confirmation screen. This prevents accidental deletions. So the delete as the book has been removed and no longer in the list. This completes the full create, read and update and delete cycle for books. So here now borrow a book. The borrowing from let's user a borrow request. Let me first show the stock validation. For example, DevOps, book, wonder. So I will try to borrow more copies than available one. Let's say 1000. Confirm borrow. So here it will reject like shows error. The only 5 books are available. The server side validation inside the borrow forms clean method which checks the request quantity against current stock before allowing the borrow to proceed. Let's say 2. So the borrow is recorded. You can see the borrow record section here the wonder with date and time. The available quantity of the book has been reduced automatically. So return a book. Now I will show the return workflow. In the borrow record section, you can see that record marked as not returned with the record link next to it. The record is now marked as returned. So if I click as marked as returned, it will directly redirect to the redirect back and prevents double returns if someone refreshes the page. So let me make a small code change, then push CI/CD through the demonstrate full automated code to the production. So let's say booklist.html. From here, I will change manage your collection with clarity to CI/CD flow. So I will save it. So using the Git actions, I will push the code. CI/CD. So git push. I have uploaded the page heading from in the deployed app when the pipeline completes. The push is complete. The automatically triggers the GitHub Actions pipeline. Let me switch the GitHub to show the pipeline running while I'll explain each stage. So here, this is my repo. So let's see, go to the actions. So this is the CI stage. So let me continuous integration CI. So here it will runs 5 steps. First, it checks out the code, set up jobs, Python 3.12, then install the dependencies from requirement.txt, including flake8 and bandit, The fourth step is the flake8, and the fifth step is the bandit. Django system check verify production settings are correctly configured. So here after CI, let's see CD. So once CI passes, the CD stage runs the SSH into the EC2 instance using credentials stored as GitHub secrets. EC2 host, EC2 host, and SS2 SSH key on the server. It pulls the latest code with git reset, actives the virtual environment. Next, let me now explain the two DevOps tools integrated into the pipeline and their specific findings. Let's see. Deploy.yml. So here, Flake8. Flake8 is a static code analysis tool that checks Python code for style violations and logical errors following the PEP8 standard. It checks the things like lines that have too long unused imports, missing white space, and undefined variables. Next, Bandit. Here the Bandit. Bandit is a securely focused static analysis tool for Python. It scans the code base for known security issues and maps findings to CWE categories. The fix was the move the secret key out of the code and into the env file using python.env. You can see the settings.py, the secret key here. The secret key is loaded with .os.getNV and has a full fallback only the local development. The debug flag is also loaded from the environment and defaults to the false. So the production always secure the allowed host is similarly loaded from the environment. Here the CD stage. Here the CD stage also run the Django deploy check, which validates the production configuration. Here next we have to go to Bandit. So yeah, here Bandit flagged the original hardcode secret key and CWE78 use of hard-coded credential. The fix loads the form environment using python.env. So next, Bandit also flagged the risk of running with debug set to true in production. The fix defaults debug to false and only enables if the environment variable is explicitly set to true. So let's go here. Here it was changed to CI/CD flow where I was changed. So the pipeline has completed. The page heading now reads library management system. This manage your collection with clarity CI/CD flow to before one. So to wrap up, the project shows how small but complete web application can be built and delivered in a secure, automated, and cloud-ready manner. So running these checks in the CI/CD pipeline means issues are caught at commit time, not after deployment. This is the core principle of DevOps. Shifting security left into the development workflow rather than training it as an afterthought. So if I were to extend the project, I would migrate the SQL to PostgreSQL on the AWS RDS for better scalability and HTTPS through NGNX with a SSL certificate. Integrate. Django's built-in authentication system will role-based access for libraries versus regular users. So, thank you for watching. This has been Akshith Pothuganti, student number 2513483, presenting the library management system.